Hi everyone, it's Kirei here for Hey Little Magpie, and I'm working with the fabulous Simple Stories Say Cheese Classic Mouse Christmas collection. That is quite a mouthful. I love this collection. I am a big fan of Disney, so I've already made two layouts with this collection, but I decided actually I was going to go slightly different, and I'm actually going to make some cards. Now, like a lot of scrapbookers, um, they started out as a card maker, which is what I did. But I just don't make cards anymore. I've got right into scrapbooking, which I love, but I definitely just don't find the time to make cards. But anyway, with this particular collection, really felt it would work really well to create some cards with it, because you've got lots of the ephemera elements, the stickers, you've got the pattern papers and all those sort of cut apart pieces that I just thought would work particularly well to create some Christmas cards. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do four cards. I have some card blanks still sat in my drawer, so I pulled those out, and then I've got two of the pattern papers here that I'm working with. The journal elements one, which is that grid, and the making memories, which is the green holly. And I've just cut two strips and distressed the edges. And then I'm using that Merry Bingo card, which is from the Big Bits ephemera pack. And then the Mickey or Steamboat, well, that is in the that I'm sticking the foam pads to the back of. That is also from the Big Bits ephemera pack. Look, there's lots and lots of different bits and pieces on these cards, and I'm just trying to remember which bits where everything's come from, just so that you are aware. Okay, so I've raised it on foam pads and I've got that stuck down. I'm going to add the ho-ho there from the foam stickers, and also I've got some of the little stars that I'm just adding at the top and the bottom. I'm bringing in the Doodlebug alphabet soup in the black, and I'm just going to add Christmas to it. So I'm just using my T-square to make sure that my Christmas is straight. Now I do move this actually a bit later off camera. I move it more central under the Merry, that I wasn't happy with how it looked. And then I'm just bringing in some of the enamel dots and the decorative brads, just to add a few pieces and at the top and the bottom. I think I add some over to the right as well. I think, yes, there we go. I'm bringing the foam stickers again, and there we go. So that is card number one. I think we're almost done. Now, with all of my cards as well, I do tend to. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I did add some of the phrase stickers. So these are from the cardstock sticker sheet, and I've got the Hello December and Keep It Holly and Jolly, and I'm raising both of those up on foam pads. So, for these cards, I definitely continuing with what I love for scrapbooking. So I do love lots of texture. I like layers and I like dimension. So my cards are definitely going to be the same as well. So, and these are probably the type of cards that I'm not actually going to send. So I'm not too worried about how, thick they are, because these will be ones I will give to the recipient. So, yeah, you could keep everything really flat and eliminate some of the sort of foam stickers and things like that. But yeah, definitely not for me. Now, in all of my cards, I always like to add something in the centre there, so I'm just adding a couple of the stickers, and there we go. Card number one, done. Okay, moving on to card number two, and this one, I have two pattern papers here. That red stripe is Happy Holidays, and the snowflake paper is the three by four elements paper. And then I've got the large Mickey and Minnie heads, and they're both from the Big Bits ephemera pack, and I have raised those both up on foam pads. Then I've just been deciding on which greeting I'm going to use, and I've got this one here, which is Holiday Magic. It's one of the cardstock stickers. Now, what you'll see me doing with a lot of the stickers is I'm just using my pad brush to de-stick the backs of them. It just makes it easier to work with when you're playing around with them. And then I'm just going to add foam pads, and that will go up the top right. I did play around with this one actually with a couple of other titles, but anyway, yeah, I'm definitely sticking with the Holiday Magic. I do bring in this foam sticker sort of banner, but it felt just a bit too heavy, and I don't end up using it there. Yep, there it goes. It's back in the pack. So now I can get things stuck down. So I'll get that one stuck there to the top right. and then I think I can get Mickey and Minnie stuck down. Now, those of you who maybe don't know me, but I actually worked for the Disney store for 23 years. I started in stores as a store manager in London in the Oxford Street store, and then I came into head office on a project about 18 months after I'd been in stores, and I never left. So I worked in store operations. I ended up managing the team there, and I loved it. It was brilliant. It was such fun. It was a fabulous place to work. And yeah, so it was sad when I left. It was about yeah, it's 4 years ago now, actually, that I left. Unfortunately, they did decide to close all the stores. So, yeah, all of my team and myself, we were made redundant. So, yes. But my love for Disney continues. I have always been a massive fan, even before I worked for the business. And Mickey is my favourite character. When you work with the Walt Disney Company, you have a name badge, and your name badge has obviously your name on it, but underneath it has your favourite character. And mine was always Mickey. It never changed. People flitted between different characters and things like that. But mine, I was always true to Mickey. He was the one that started it all. And yeah, he's just my fave. So this collection is just, I love it. So yeah. Okay, so card number 2 done. We can see that at the top. I did add some decorative brads and enamel dots. And then now I'm moving on to card number 3, which is a smaller square that I've got. And I'm using, this one is the tag elements paper, and I've just cut out 2 of the tags. And then I've added some red striped ribbon, and the ribbon is actually from one of the Hey Little Magpie embellishment kits. And they are a monthly subscription kit, and they're fabulous because they have lots of bits and pieces in them that you can just tuck in and add to your layouts or your cards. So yeah, so the tags are layered down. Obviously, I've distressed the edges, and I'm ready to now add my embellishments. So I've got that foam sticker Mickey, obviously making another appear. I think I've got Mickey on obviously all of them. And then I'm playing around here with that foam sticker, and I actually take it off, and I'm going with the ho ho hope you have a Merry Christmas with the Mickey on it, and that one is from the ephemera bits and pieces. And then I've got some tickets there that are also from the ephemera that I'm just tucking in behind. I've raised the Hope you have a Merry Christmas there on foam pads. And then I've got that sort of concertina circle piece. I'm just tucking in behind. So yeah, oh, here we go. I'm adding the foam pads now. Thought I'd already done that. I'm losing track. Anyway, yeah, adding some foam pads, and then I can get those pieces stuck down. But there are so many fabulous bits that come with this collection, from the regular ephemera to there's the big bits, there is the cardstock stickers, there's the foam stickers. Yeah, there's so much. It's such a lovely collection. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, I'm loving it. Okay, so I've got those pieces down. I've got the foam stickers. I've got the music notes there that I'm going to just tuck in over there, over to that top left. And then I'm now bringing in, I've got the decorative brads, and I'm just going to add a few of those in and around, tucking them in under there. Got that circle ephemera piece there that I'm just playing, and I will stick that down eventually once I've got the brads in. And then I'm going to add, I think, some enamel dots. So I'm almost there. There's a lot of fiddling around here, just deciding, is it right? Is it the right spot? I'm not someone who just goes on and sticks it straight down. Okay, card number 3 done. And moving on to the final card now, another small square. And I've got this Steamboat Cruises like docket, and that was from the Journal Elements paper. And then the stripe is the Happy Holidays paper. So I'm just trimming 2 pieces down, and I'm going to sit those on either side of that sort of docket, Steamboat Cruises docket piece. And then I will also add a couple of the green gingham pattern paper. It's the 4x6 elements one, and I'm going to add that under as well. Here we go. I think that's all stuck down now. And then I'm just again deciding on which pieces I'm going to work. So here's that foam sticker Mickey that I was going to use on the previous card that I didn't, and I'm going to bring that in over on the left. I've got the Merry there as a title, which I actually like when I'm looking at it, but I don't end up using it. I do switch it out. So I've got my tree here. This is what from the cardstock stickers, and you can see I'm just going to de-stick it before, so that way I can move it around, decide where it's going to sit. And so I'll get those on there. Mary's still hanging around, but yeah, I think it will disappear eventually. And then I'm just having a look at which other elements. I'm going to bring Minnie in at this point. So I think Minnie is from the ephemera set. Yeah, ephemera pack, I should say. I'll add some snowflakes from the ephemera. And then you can see me curving the edges there. Basically what I'm doing, because I'm going to stick it down, I guess, flat to some degree, I'll just add some glue to the center, and that way I still get sort of dimension from it, from the edges. Okay, I've switched out obviously my Merry, and I've added the banner sign above which says Merry Christmas, and then I've got a few hearts and holly, and then just again some more of the decorative brads and the enamel dots to finish it off. So yeah. So that's my 4 cards. I actually really enjoyed making these. So the plan is to make some more actually, because I've got, lots of the collection left. So I'm definitely going to make some more to give out at Christmas. Okay, I think the final close up, here we go, the final, the finished cards, and here are each of them as the close ups. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. A bit of a change from scrapbook layouts, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing the cards come together. Yeah, maybe you'll have a go and make some cards for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.